Hey, what's going on? We're on day number 34 for our daily UI challenge. I'm going to spend the next hour designing a single screen iOS application. For the past 34 days, I've done my own ideas, done just whatever kind of comes up during the day. I usually start with not much, but today I'm going to do a little bit something different. I saw this on another designer friend of mine did some wireframing for this app idea he had called Pigeon. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what it does. I didn't look too in depth with it. Um, but it's like a way to take jobs and like I think short-term jobs and things like that. Um, so yeah, I went through his wireframe that he had, his prototype. He did it in Figma, and I thought I found this one of the screens I did was interesting. Had some interesting data on it, and I thought it'd be fun to take it and style it, and just see what we can do over the next hour. I'm excited about this. I don't ever get to design out other people's wireframes since I do my own. So let's see what happens today. The app is called Pigeon. So it looks like I've already selected a current job. Um, you know what? I might be able to pull up his wireframe and check it out real quick so we can get a better idea of what we're working with. So where we started, skip the onboarding. So it looks like there's a job you can do. Choose jobs manually. Okay, so the current job. There's the active jobs. Let's see, so I can pick up a job. So it looks like it's a drop off and delivery service, which is cool. So I can take a job, take this job, got a job. So I can go to my jobs and check out the details of that job. Okay, mark job as delivered. So it looks like this is the home screen. No, that's not what I have. Looks like I have, I don't know how I got to that screen that I had. Let's just scroll back here. Yeah, so the current job that you're on, current jobs, dispatch. So, so current jobs up top. Dispatch, I think, means like how many jobs are available to get. And then looks like maybe all together collectively what your team might be doing. So dispatch. So there's active jobs and then okay, so there's jobs that are currently taken. And we can take a job here. Completed this jobs. Back to home. Okay, so we finish our jobs and we can pick a job. Okay, I'm figuring it out now. Okay. Anyway, that was an interesting UI. So I'm going to take it and just tinker around with it and see what we can come up with. Let's merge these together. So this is what we have. This is your home screen. This is your home screen. And yeah. So the first thing we want to do is I think what we'll do is we'll do this in the iOS style to start, and then if we have time, we'll start to uh, really style it out with some branding and stuff. So the question first is, what are we doing? Looks like we have three main chunks of sections. We have current jobs. So this might be like Trevor's or your job status. And then we have three main sections where we have current jobs, dispatch, and daily stats. And I think it's fair to chunk those up into three different things. And that would be a good place to start. So we'll just take a card to start, like this. And Sorry, I just want to grab a background color here. There we go. So we'll just make the whole app background just that real light iOS gray. It's kind of hard to see. All right. So we will get this in here like this. Lock a couple things in place. All right. So we've got current jobs. I want to pull out a header here. See if iOS has got a header for us. This is stuff I'm still not familiar with. I'm still not quick to know kind of iOS defaults. I'm really happy to have this template system here. I think this might be good for now. Ideally, your system would be smart enough to this title, current job, parenthesis S. It would be smart enough to just know, like, oh, you only have one job. Okay, then we will just mark it as job. So we only have one job right now. And I almost think that this current jobs, if there could be multiple jobs, should those be, that should be a card themselves that maybe you can swipe through. It'd be interesting, huh? I'm gonna make this background just a tiny bit darker. I know it's not iOS color enough, but I just can't see it. So I don't think we need an image in here. So it looks like the job doesn't have a title. So we'll just, well, for the sake of this, we'll just call it job number 3. And it is due at 12:01 p.m. And what I would do for that is I would instead of due at, I think we can put like a clock or a timer in there. Looks like a cookie. So something like that, right? Say 12:01, and then we'll put this in. Like that. And then we'll play with the weights in a little bit, but I think that's good. Like that. So this is from Laughing Out at You, Planet Northwest, and we don't have any music on. It always feels strange without music. All right, Laughing Planet Northwest. I feel like knowing this address is kind of important, right? And we're going to line everything to an 8-point grid, keep everything nice and tight. Not tight, but keep it on a grid at least, right? So these will be 24 pixels in. I did 30, that's wrong. That. And 24 pixels in and 24 pixels to it's from the top. From there, we'll put in the from. It's interesting with this content's a little bit hard to read here with the from and the to. and these 6 icons in a row. It almost looks like the mark as delivered is part of the from box, and then view details is from the to box. So I think we can tweak that a little bit. Maybe we do a frame around it. Put some visuals on this. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah. So what if we just frame? It's kind of hard, kind of strapped for space here if we do it like that, but it's not a fill, but just a stroke on it, like that. And if we duplicate that and put it over here, what happens? I'm thinking this should, we're forcing ourselves, I think, by I want to make sure we have enough room for all of our iconography, all of our buttons there, and I don't think that was going to be enough. And this isn't enough either, right? This, I will keep that. That's okay for now. Something like that. And then there's some icons here. I've always been a fan of not using it's the wrong plugin. Don't use that phone, the old school phone anymore. I know it's what those icons look like, but we've been moving away with it for a couple of years now. Oh, look, iOS is still pretty, or Android still kind of leads heavily into it, but they do have a more modern one here. So we have call, text, and GPS, maybe maps, direction. Yeah, that might work. There we go. So we'll pull these in right here. Like I said, this is not going to be enough room, which I don't like. So we do need to figure out what to do there. And I always say don't worry about your vertical space. You're going to need to scroll. You have your mark as delivered button there. I'm not sure. Oh, picked up. I think picked up should be in line with mark as delivered. It's kind of like steps in the process. Call that details. Get rid of some of this stuff. I think we are going to have to shut these down here. And I would probably put them in some 40-point radial buttons. Just like a light gray indicator. Just to give it some weight, give it 32. I think just by themselves they don't make sense. Something like that. Get rid of that maybe I'll spread these out just a little bit more. And then come to think of it, do I need a frame anymore? Can I just use a line break, right? If we just do that, and then what that does is gives us a little more space for the content to push over. That. We'll group that and duplicate it and put it down here. And to Gil S. Maybe that's Gil Sans. Like the font. 623. Since this is local, delivery only, I doubt you need the city or the state. But we'll keep it in there for now. Okay, so we've got our job post, and we need some buttons down the bottom. So we have a picked up toggle. I think that's good. That's a good thing to keep. We can keep that. Let's find a toggle in here. I don't know if I like the placement. I don't think putting a question on it is necessary. Question mark. Yeah, this is bad. I don't like that. We're gonna have to. We have plenty of room to do. We do have plenty of room to do this one, so that's good. Like that. Stretch this out a bit. Oops. And we can fold up these guys a bit. You know what we could do? I'm thinking something for scannability. If we did, and I think this is bad. This is bad design. Well, maybe we could fix it. So I'm thinking like, put this here. I'm gonna put it in heavy caps, like that. And then maybe we can put it in maybe it doesn't need to be in a circle. I don't know yet. I'm gonna put it like this. It's gonna save us a little bit of space. We have plenty of room, right? So if we do that, and 56 is still a thing of 8, so that's good. All right, like that. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm really just trying to pad this out. Oops. Maybe there's a line here. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm thinking that could be a little more, maybe they're in line. Maybe it's like this. And there, 32. Whoops. Okay. And come to think of it, what if we put a header on this? Real light. Maybe it's real dark. Maybe it's the color of the theme. And we haven't. What color is the pigeon? I think he had like a light blue or something. A robin's egg, I believe it might be called. So like that, I think adds. Okay, so we got a frame in there. And you don't need to be bald. That. And then we got two buttons, it looks like. So we have picked up, and then we have mark as delivered and view. I think the whole card could act as view details. So that could be a pretty bold piece there. There's another break here. Okay, so that could be a card. What have we done in the past? I just want to look at some stuff here. Job, like the job, I mean, I guess the job number isn't that imperative. What kind of time are we at? We're at 24 minutes. Okay. What if this was white? Okay. feel like this current job and the job number are competing, and that doesn't seem fair to me. So I'm just trying to alleviate that. There's some weird tension in there. You know? You know. And it could be because of this framing I put on it. I forced the framing upon it. But it does add a little bit of interest. And there's some weight issues going on here. All right, I think we need to move on. These are just competing. They're competing a little much. I don't love it, but it's good. Come on. We have the job. Separate that. So with the, I think if we, so the thing is, if we have multiple jobs, I could center it up and then put another one off to the side like this. We need to shrink this up a little bit more. Oh, and you know what that does? The good part about that is that it fills up that empty space we had a little bit more. That's good. So I'm gonna dump this now. Put this here. And that seems pretty important, actually. The time the job is done. So what if that was a color? Maybe it's got a maybe something like that for now. I don't know why I forced this header to be so big. I don't think it needs to be this big. That's messy. That's messy. There's not a clear flow of information here. It's kind of going all over the place. It's a little more clear, but okay. What's next after all that? Dispatch is going to be 30 minutes. We're halfway done. Let's see what we're doing here. So here's a card. That's a card. Okay. Current job. Dispatch is a little bit of a... I mean, it took me a minute to figure out what that word was, so I don't know if this name flies that well, but... I always want to use terminology that everybody can understand, you know? Okay. Dispatch means... This is weird. So there's active amount of jobs. I don't know why I care how many jobs are happening. And then there's unassigned job. Okay, so jobs that I can take right away. So let's scroll these up. I'm gonna make this another card here. The cards have it, you know. That could be a full width card, I think. So we'll just do 16 on that one. And then something like that. So this is dispatch with active jobs. So we can just say, so let's do this. Maybe, there we go. Maybe it's something like this. That's fun. And then I really think that these jobs should be a list view, just like straight up. Something like this, and we'll call it job number. Do these have, I don't know if it, job number. Maybe we'll just do something like that. I don't know if these have job numbers like that. Like that, and then we'll call it, oops, Life of Pie Miss. Put this on the black side. And then it looks like there's just a take job thing. Oh, what the heck? There we go. Grab that, put it down here. This will be take job, and maybe we'll make it make that blue, and then we'll make the fill that, like that. We'll make sure our boxes in an 8-point grid. So that's 9 times, maybe 8 times 8 is 64. A little bit bigger. Something simple like that, right? And then as we do, we'll put a drop shadow 0.5 pixels on it, and it will give us a little, whoops, oh boy, where'd it go? Fill it with white, and then we got a 0.5 offset drop shadow with no blur. It gives us a fake line. Okay, so we have this. Make a component out of it. Put it down here. Maybe there's I mean, I feel like there should be more. We'll just put like this, and we'll make up some numbers here. La Bonita, Alberta. I don't know what these. Well, I don't know what these names are. Shawshank, Gung Ho. Okay. And with these guys, nope, they're not auto layout. You can auto layout them, separate them by one. Now we've got a bunch of jobs right here. Look at that. And that line is a little bit too heavy, so we'll go in here and we'll edit it, something like that. There, nice and slim. We need to view all jobs. How would we do that? Something I like about this orange here. I want to grab the real orange like that and use it here. We can call that view all jobs, sure. We can center that. It's a nice. I like so I can scroll down this page and quickly see all the call to actions that I need to know about. Throw that in here, that in here. So something's wrong here. I need to get this stuff out of this frame. That. Great, now we have our current job. We've got dispatch. 38 minutes. Interesting color usage here. It's kind of called out. So I know I've been doing this a lot lately, but I think it might make sense here. Where I've been splitting the content with like, I've been cutting into the content, you know, with like a card here, cutting into that. I think we've done a few times cutting in there. That look nice. So maybe we do that again. Thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. Like that. And what if I took this color? It's not a bad color. It does make things weird. Maybe I should go real light with it. Remember that color we used up here? That one. We could do that again, but we could do it in color like this. That's more iOS like, you know? I think we could even like fade out this white, and it brings in a pinch, a pop of that orange. These are a little bit too rounded for my liking. We'll bring these in a bit, like that. So yeah, if that's there, that's part of dispatch, like that. Let's scroll up again. And then we have daily stats team. Maybe I'll take all of dispatch, bring them down here. Let's see, how would I do this? That. And maybe this is a... maybe it doesn't have a color. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't have a color. Get rid of these guys here. Daily team stats. That. Check this out. Okay. Interesting content break, I think. But kind of weird as well. Got about 15 minutes left here. What if it gradiated it out? If I did that, how does that look? I feel like it needs to be part of the piece then more. Oh, that's interesting. We did the same for this. Like that. Oh, that's starting to look amateur. I don't like that. What a dumb idea. But it's okay though. Maybe this one should be blue. There's something about it fading out and going green though. Look at that. It's kind of cool. I don't think that looks good. Back it up, back it up. I'm gonna spend the whole time figuring out colors here now. Dispatch jobs. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out just like some. I don't have a purpose for this right now. I just want to see what feels right. Let's go ahead and get our stats in. What do you say? What do you say? We'll do something like that. And then what we need to do is we'll frame all this later and put it in a scroll view and take a look again. But our team stats. And what are our total jobs? Is that forever? Is that within a certain amount of days? A certain amount of hours? 1 day? Gotta figure these out, you know? Is there a max number of jobs we can do? Am I competing for something? A lot of questions asked by just paying total. On time. Gotta do better than 97%, 87%, 98%, 96%. Maybe we can shrink this up like this, like this, like this. How do these things work? I don't know. Let's shrink it up though. Like this. Make it black so it's a little bit thicker. And I'll do that. I'll do this. Yeah, that feels good. Sales. We'll do that same thing with this. Maybe we're here for the money, right? That's all we care about. So maybe we'll bring this in a little bit and shrink all these guys down. Like that. Would this be sloppy if I did this? And we could like do one of these and do one of these. Let's fade those out a bit. This is not in the middle. There we go. Yeah, here we go. It's starting to look like something. I think it's a little more dynamic, I think. We're after the sales after all, so maybe that's all caps. We can call it total sales. And then this just says jobs. On time. Bold. Center. This. Like that. We're at 50 minutes. We need to wrap this up. What I want to do is get everything in a scroll view so we can check that out. So we need to wrap this in a frame. Okay. Put this frame up here. And do this. Frame it like that. Frame it like this. And we're going to want to frame. Hold on. down here. And we're gonna wanna turn these guys into a frame as well, right? We wanna scroll through these, so do this and this, and then we'll bring them over just a bit. So if we go to prototype, grab this, and check out our first scroll through in just a second here. This is a vertical scroller. It's a horizontal scroller. Play it. Play it, hello? Your connections and your prototype are not valid. Why? Gosh darn it. How about now? No? Okay. There's no prototypes here. Okay. Chocolate? Let's still eat chocolate, guys. Oh, it's a shame I have to... there we go. Yeah, there's a chocolate, guys. Alright. So we can scroll through and see our current jobs. We need to change that to jobs. We have jobs we can scroll through. We can scroll to this. Something happened to my buttons. What happened here, guys? You should be here, and I have my briefcase. Where are you? Okay. Get these back. Dispatch. Current job. Say about there. Alright, now we can see our dispatch. We can see dispatch means jobs available, so we can take jobs right here. Give you all the jobs. We see our daily stats. Total sales, jobs on time. Okay, I think this is okay. I think this came out alright. This gray in the background is bad. I think we talked about that early on. We know that. Should be nearly white. Yeah, I mean, but out of context and not knowing kind of how things work, and in an hour, I think it's okay. It's iOS themed-ish. There's not a lot of branding in here. I think it could be a lot more interesting in that, right? Some more bolder colors, I think. And I think this marked as makes a little more sense. Mark as delivered, yeah. Yeah, there we go. That is Pigeon. Yeah, appreciate you watching. I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Thanks, bye.